The We're Not Talking About That podcast has no windows and no doors. Your challenge? To find a way out. There's always my way.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to We're
St.
Not Talking
Patty's?
About That podcast. Yeah, it's
Not
St.
talking
Patrick's
about
Day.
that.
Happy St. Patty's to all you motherfuckers.
Happy St.
And
Patty's Day, gentlemen.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't really celebrate it, but
Gabe doesn't.
I've gone out maybe once.
Is that too low ball for you to do that?
I mean, it's like one of those holidays where everybody just gets drunk and sloppy. I don't know.
I'm not seeing the problem. I'm not seeing
guess
the
it's okay.
problem with that.
I don't
As
know.
long as you're responsible, right, T-Bone? Moderation.
Yeah, moderation.
It's moderation.
Everything in moderation is
Everything is
moderation.
okay in moderation.
Okay.
all right.
I
Betty
mean,
Ford.
everything.
Should have started a
What do we
clinic
got going on?
just like
Wait
that.
a second. What about is... What's that?
What do we got?
How was your week? Are you frozen back there?
Am I frozen?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not frozen.
I'm not frozen.
I'm not frozen. I know somebody is moving into a new house.
Dude, it's been a movie week. It's been a lot of bullshit week. Monday we had a new gas tank. We're on propane is up there, and I had the tank exchanged, and they fucking filled the pipes and found out I had a leak, and a gas leak, and so they couldn't like hook it up. So that was like my week is digging in the dirt and trying to find the gas leak, which I did find.
You did.
I did. Yeah,
Did you? And you fixed it yourself?
I did. I
Wow.
did myself.
Like
You're
a
hand-
man.
He's
Or a
handy.
woman. Like a human.
Like a
Yeah.
human.
And yesterday I laid out for the fence
Or
in
a
the
crow.
back.
Crows can do tools too.
Crows? Is that what you said? Crows can do tools?
Yeah.
Yes, they can.
Yeah,
And
crows
remember,
are good with tools. I don't know if they could have dug your hole and found your...
It
your
would have
leak,
taken a
but-
long time to do that, I think.
Crows
it took
got
me a
time.
long time. Took
Crows
me,
got time.
dude. There's so many goddamn rocks in the ground. I can't even begin.
I know
to-
that. I was worried about that when you were talking about the putting
Auger?
fence posts around there. I was like, oh man,
I went and bought an
hers is a
auger.
rocky place where my
His
seed
home
could
was a
find no
rocky place,
purchase.
where my auger could find no purchase.
For my auger. And when I say auger, I mean my 2-man auger.
I bought one, dude, from Harbor Freight.
You bought an auger?
Yes, I did. $230. As much as it would take
Well,
to rent
That's
one.
official. Now you have to keep that beard.
And
Anybody who owns an auger, I think, is required to have a beard.
yes.
Yeah, I got myself an auger and a plum stick.
Fixing to put a fence in, man. Over
I'm
here.
putting a fence in this
I'm gonna
right
take
in
it
here.
from here and I'm put it
Up-
over yonder and then back
Up-
again.
Up on the mountain, I put up my fence with my auger. I used a plum stick.
We're
The
gonna
plump
see how
stick.
good this is gonna go with the soil. I don't know. I don't know.
I
It's
can't wait to see. When are you ready to do that?
I laid it all out yesterday, so I got
Okay.
some marking paint, marked out all the posts, and took down.
I talked to
made
a couple
kind
of other
materials
fellas.
list,
They're
and
they're ready
it's a lot
to.
of shit. It's gonna be a lot of shit, and so
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go up there today and just the garage
So
is a
that's-
fucking disaster
is-
area, so I
Is
got
he
to
frozen?
I think
Is
he
it just
froze.
Am I frozen?
Are you internet connection battling right now?
No, I mean I'm still down at Glendale. Can you see me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got all fuzzy,
Blurry.
but I our listeners and watchers, it won't affect them because
Probably.
you're
not.
actually recording locally, so they're going to be like, "What are you talking about? That he's frozen?" Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm still at the duplex, and so my internet's fine here. But I didn't get the chance to set that up yesterday. I got so busy. I had to, well, anyways, pruning trees and getting shit out of the way so I can fence.
Well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
augering dirt, right?
Yes, augering the dirt, and
This
that's
you don't take into consideration those things when you're renting a
No.
place because things are just taken care of, right?
like I had
and,
to. I don't know if you guys could see that. Had to trim that tree. That fucking limbs went all the way to the bottom, and that's a pile of shit in my yard right now.
Had to trim
Well,
that tree.
I would burn that shit.
Trimmed it all the way up so I could get around that sumbitch. It's just
Oh my
like,
God.
So wait a second. You bought a chainsaw too, didn't you?
no, actually I didn't.
Oh,
I was like, I'm gonna spend a lot of money on that. And look, I went to Harbor Freight again, and while I was there, I bought another reciprocating saw, another sawzall called the Warrior. It was $29.
Oh.
So I bought that, and I bought a little pruning blade for it, and that's what I did. Instead of buying a $180 chainsaw.
You are absolutely not making me want to be a homeowner at all in any shape or form.
that's what I'm saying. There's shit you don't even think
that.
about.
Dude,
Here's the thing. No, my dream is to live in.
We know your dream. Your dream is to live in a floating yacht in this.
Well, that would be great, but in a city where everything in my complex, I'd rather live in like a condo or a complex where like all the centralized shit is taken care of. Yeah, I live in a similar situation where if I have a problem, I call the maintenance people and they come fucking fix it. Well, I do, but I like the living situation. It's fine.
Yeah.
If the city sucks, but what I'm saying is, like, I hate the idea of having to do all that stuff, like, just to maintenance my home.
Well,
like,
you're not. Yeah, you're such an academic that.
I'm not. I built houses with you.
You can't be. You can't. Be
and long enough to realize you wanted to be an academic.
Exactly.
That you didn't want to take care of shit.
Well, I just don't want to. I mean, I could do electrical. I'm actually quite handy in reality, but
you just don't want to.
I don't want to,
and that's okay.
It doesn't excite me.
There are people who are like that, and that's fine.
Yeah, me.
What does excite you?
Being able
math?
Doing nothing excites me.
Wow. No, that can't be true.
It is. I like to do nothing. Hey, left to my own devices, I will sit on the couch and pretty much do very little.
Yeah.
That's my dream for the future is to be able to
feel good.
It's a life of leisure.
You're here to try to solve the world's problems.
They
gave you a bit of a brain and expect things of you, and if you're going to sit on the fucking couch,
well, here's the problem.
They'll have with you some weird disease. So get busy.
Here's the problem. They did that. And then they made most of the other people stupid. And so now I have to I can't work.
Are you sure you just aren't like mediocre of intelligence and everybody else is just really stupid?
No, I am. I'm like the middle of the road and the rest of so many people are so dumb. Like if you've met a real smart person, then you feel stupid.
Gabe claims he's middle of the road.
I am middle of the road.
He is. It's going in the book. You just made the
middle of the road.
You just made the book.
I mean, the one thing that gives me a hand up is I went to CSUN, so.
Speaking of hand up, have you seen our president stance?
Yep.
Okay, we are going to talk about that. Today's episode is called "The States Must Be Crazy." That's what I named it, and it's because Gordon mentioned that the many states in the union are instituting friggin' crazy ass laws,
voting laws. Yeah,
well, not just voting laws, but like
all sorts of laws,
like book burning shit and like culling the libraries of things that they don't like. There's like in Florida, they have changed the curriculum, and like in a lot of southern states, they are saying like, well, the Civil War had two sides. There was the good, there wasn't. It was okay that they wanted slavery. And shit like that, which is like this whole. I mean,
times change, and back then it was okay to capture people and make them work on your land.
That's basically what it is. I mean, let's face it, this is America, so none of this, in my opinion, is unusual or unexpected based on the demographic we have running the country and.
How stupid everybody is.
They're wacko supporters.
Are we talking about stupid? Should be known. This podcast is coming to y'all from California, so this is I don't know. If
there's at least 1.7 people just said to themselves at that point, How do we turn this shit off?
Sense.
No. I mean, if we were smart, California would just become its own country and leave the rest of that bullshit behind. Because we make a lot more money than everybody else. except maybe New
Like,
York.
"Ooh, fucking Californians." I'm like, you know what, guys? We don't think about you at all.
No,
We don't.
We don't.
we don't. You know what we do though? We do
What?
subsidize you. So fuck you.
No. Coming from Gabe, you can go fuck yourself.
We do. We subsidize those. Dude, my federal taxes, which is an enormous amount of money from our state, goes to your bullshit because you guys can't get it together so that you can make fucking fetuses into children or something.
Well,
I don't know.
The problem with that is it's slavery. They used to make money with the slavery. And
They
now
did.
They don't have that. Now we got to give, hey, you're going to take the slaves from us. You're going to have to give us something. So,
Okay, so
What happened?
my next slide is what
Oh, look at
happened. Also, so that's the Texas flag, the Alabama flag, and the Florida flag, which I think are the three biggest offenders, in my opinion.
I don't know if I've ever seen the Florida flag. That looks suspect. That looks like
so does the look how it's the same flag as the Alabama flag, just with like a friggin'
Without
seal
the seal of approval.
pasted over it.
This and the orange in the back and the stars, that make it. We're going to keep a little bit of the Confederate flag rolling here. We're just going to keep the red cross.
Well,
It
worse, the Confederate battle flag, which is what that actually
Confederate
is.
battle flag. You fucking bastards.
I think it was the Virginia battle flag or something. I don't know. There's a bunch of history.
Oh, we could do a whole episode on the history of flags.
History of flag.
Yeah, I was looking at just this morning at flags of nationless states or something like that. I don't know. Never mind. That's just something I was looking into. But
what do you mean nationless states? People.
Well, there's countries that don't exist, but they have flags because they'd like to exist.
Do you have a flag?
Eddie Izzard did the whole thing about English people taking over other people's countries with the clever use of flags.
Really?
Yeah. What are you doing here? Why are you taking over my country? You can't have a country. Why not? Do you have a flag? Well, there you go.
It does sound very English.
No
Proper
flag, no
countries
country.
have flags.
No flag, no country.
Flag, no country.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
see, we're going to teach you to be civilized.
Yes.
I watched an older movie called Anna and the King with Jodie Foster.
I'm going to beat you into Christianity.
Yeah, I watched Anna and the King. That was Chow Yun-fat and Jodie Foster. Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
It was just terrible. I don't know. It was like it should have been a good movie. It just wasn't.
What caused you to do that? Because I would have thought that would have made the list of stuff that Gabe hasn't seen that he needs to see, and I've got a list running.
Well, I didn't get it. You didn't send it to me.
And wait a second. So you had an opportunity to cross off one of these things we needed you to watch.
Can you send me the list? I don't have the list.
Sock?
Well,
you have the list.
It's a growing list. This is called Gabe's movies that he should have seen but never did.
Okay, so send that over. Can you take a picture of it? Because I didn't get a copy.
Just put it right on there. You can always.
I think it's going to grow. I've only got a few on here, and I've forgotten the other ones. There were so many that I can't write that fast.
I can't watch them if I don't know that they're there.
Yes. Well. Yeah.
Should just take a screen. Go ahead and take a shot of it and send it to me.
Sure.
Okay. Footloose.
Thanks.
Footloose.
Don't watch
Have you
that.
ever seen Footloose?
I have not seen Footloose.
You fucking commie. It's making the list.
Well, anyway, back to state rights.
So what did happen?
I don't know. That's what we are trying to talk about today.
Biden got in, and I think in 2020 things got really fucking kooky since your favorite orange monkey didn't win. It says here the Republican lawmakers have proposed about 50 bills in 20 states that restrict initiatives on diversity, equity, and inclusion. What they call, in short, is DEI. Or if you swing righty, that's called wokeism. The DEI, diversity.
Yeah, DEI is woke.
Woke.
Most people don't most people who consider themselves conservative have actually been. I don't know. I feel like they've been brainwashed into thinking that DEI is a terrible thing for some reason, even though, I have no idea what's wrong with diversity and inclusion. So, including people and having a diverse group of people, that you could only want to have that if you wanted to be successful in anything, so I don't understand like what the problem is. The only way that you would be opposed to that, in my opinion, is you're a fucking racist. So
there's that, and I think it's the I think within that there's probably a couple of hot button issues, and I think transgender stuff is in there like hardcore.
Okay,
and
let's talk about
honestly,
that real quick.
Colored folks too,
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. What I don't understand, I've had this argument with my mother, who recently became conservative for no reason, because obviously she wasn't when I was growing up.
What happened?
Programming.
No idea.
Programming.
Dude, it's the internet. She gets like I told her, you're getting a feedback loop from Yahoo. She's like, I just see it on Yahoo, and the immigrants are taking over, and what's this about all the children having sex changes and becoming boys or girls? And I'm like, Mom, you're an intelligent person. You never thought these things before. What's happening to you? And I don't know. Anyway, like my mother's
the same way. I go there to visit, and we get in arguments about stuff. She watches the Fox News, and it's talking about brainwashing, and I think this is, I mean, that's where the shit comes from is disinformation. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and the thing, like, so I had a long conversation with my mom about what's the problem with somebody presenting their gender as whatever the hell they want. What does anybody care? And my whole thing with it is gender is just something we make up. I mean, you have sexual organs, but like what you're supposed to do with them is made up completely. It's just, besides procreation, the rest of it is made up. So it's all a myth, it's a made up thing. So who the fuck cares? Like I don't. I could give like it doesn't matter. Like what the fuck does it matter? It makes me very angry.
Be happy.
And I think
save the world.
Yeah, and I think that honestly, I'm going to go this direction. Like, whatever you do with your shit is your shit. I mean, what if I disagree with your shit? It's like, I mean, do whatever you want, but if you want me to continue to like play the game with you, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, do whatever you want with your thing.
So they've been making,
I think I think the right wingers are like, fucking leave me out of it. I think that's what they're, leave me out of your story about this stuff.
So do you think religion has anything to do with a lot of the sway on all this?
I think so, yeah.
Because I do.
I think it's got a big chunk in there to do with it, yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I think, and I think that it's unfortunate because if we're talking about Christianity, I mean, I don't think...
They're down to 1/5 right now, or was it 2/5? 2/5 of the United States, I believe, is Christian.
I think religion Christian as a whole is a complete boondoggle.
I do too.
I think we went over this in our Christmas episode.
Yeah, we did, and it's like what man does with the concept of religion is not been through history a very good thing.
This is what I say.
In religion, they put a lot of things you can't do in there. There's a lot of rules.
As far as like historically making people, like the Crusades and shit, I'm going to kill you if you don't go my direction. Then you die. And
it's also
Islam,
It's also people change the messages, because I mean, let's face it, if you look at like say the Bible, it's pretty vague as to what it's
open for interpretation.
Yes, and so you get to say whatever you want, and so a bunch of wackos like these states, for example, the people in the leadership of these crazy states, they get to say, they say, well, it says that in the Bible. It's like, where does it say that in the Bible? Well, I found a thing. It says this, and that means what that means. And it's all, it's like it's
tough. And remember this
ballyhoo.
There's people writing this stuff thousands of years ago. You know what I mean? When we didn't even have fucking light back then. You know what I mean? There was no electricity even. All that shit was magical and fucking... burning bushes and things, and talking thing. It's all crazy. It's like these fuckers are on drugs. Are you sure they didn't get a fucking sip of some weird ass fucking spring water that had some crap in it? And like fucking, Bush was talking to me. There was a fucking Bush talking to me.
Well, they
Really?
probably had ergot in their wheat, and
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
that's gives you
What
similar
happens when you get that all nice and toasty?
LSD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like the bad little seed of rye?
Yeah,
Because
it's this terrible thing. Actually, you die from it, but before
if you
that,
eat too
you
much, but
trip hard.
if you just have a little bit, then you go on a bad trip. Is that what it is?
I don't know how much it takes to die. I don't know the LD50 of ergot, but
Dude, there was no science back then, and so people
No.
were eating shit like and going crazy. This guy's having visions. We got to go over to his house and see what he's saying.
yeah,
You know,
he's
they're
talking.
fucking, I'm seeing shit. Everybody, come over.
He's
The
talking to
fucking
God.
God is speaking to me, and I think I know what to do now.
And also, we don't acknowledge that like monotheism, our idea of a one God, like we just accept this. But it's like there were a lot of gods to people when the Hebrews had their God, and the Hebrews had this God, and even the Hebrews weren't like, well, this is this is the only God. There's no other gods. They were just like, this is the only God that matters, and so that became like, well, it's the only God, and now we just kind of accept that as in Christianity and stuff.
Well, again,
I mean-
too, like this is the only God that matters, says I. And fucking
Right.
And, it's like, dude, what, again, with the same thing, it's like, why don't you just leave everybody the fuck alone with their religion and let them do what the fuck they want to do? Stop arguing about it. You know what I mean?
Well-
I'm not going to talk.
Just love each other.
Just
whoever
love each
you are.
other, man.
Nobody's going to do that though, especially with people in these states making crazy laws. So some of the things that I've heard over the last couple of years are things like, and one of the things that's most disturbing to me is taking books out of school libraries. Like that
That's
really
crazy.
bothers.
Well-
It bothers me that you have like this like a group of parents who have no business deciding.
Is it like the Ladies of Freedom or something?
Yeah,
Is it
it's like the Mothers of Freedom
Mothers
or
of-
some
Mothers-
The
bullshit.
Daughters of the Republic.
Yes, that's it. I think Daughters of the Republic.
Yeah, I think my wife's one of them.
I think I just heard the theme song for the for the Empire.
Wait, does your wife burn books?
No,
Okay.
she loves books.
Okay, good.
She's just the opposite of all this.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. Bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, sorry, we
Fuck
can't.
these
We're gonna get
books,
flagged
fuck
on
these
that.
books, fuck these books. These books are gay. These books are gay. Burn the book. Burn the book.
I mean, actually, you know what? Oh, hold on.
Oh, there he goes. We can talk shit about him.
Look at that
Fuck
background.
that
It's
guy.
fun.
I'm
It's
right
like
here.
fucking-
I can hear
next
everything
time.
you're saying.
Oh,
Are those
shit.
new headphones? Did you get new headphones?
Wait a second. I wish I could just find this book. Damn it.
Oh, is it Fahrenheit?
No. I have a
Burn
woke,
that.
I have a woke book here. I wish
Is
I
it
had
on the list of books to burn or to
I
Dude,
think it
is it
is
that-
actually.
The Hungry Caterpillar?
No, it's called Anti-Racist Baby. Oh,
is
there
it
it is.
Everybody Poops?
It's a children's book.
Everybody-
I actually bought it because there was.
Hello?
So I bought this book because of
Did you
the
freeze? I think you froze.
because of the people being
Oh,
against
yeah.
it. So I thought I would.
Baby. Can you
So
read
this
us
book,
from the anti-racist baby?
well, I can. Some more
How does it
anti-racist.
start?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. So let's see why these people are so angry about shit like this.
This is one of the books that has been banned?
I believe it's one of the ones that these people consider problematic. So
Okay.
I don't know if
And
it's
they're
been.
getting rid of it in their libraries.
They
and
want
their-
to. If they didn't, they want to. So this is a children's book. Let's see. This is very short, so maybe we'll just go through it real quick. Okay,
Let's
so
go through it. I'm
do
dying
a-
to know what's in it. Yeah.
hey,
let's
this
go-
is like a reading, like
A
at
book
the
review.
library.
read along. Gabe,
Okay,
a
children.
book review.
Okay.
I smell a segment coming, actually.
Yeah, I do too. Let's try this. Okay, so anti-racist baby is bred, not born. Anti-racist baby is raised to make society transform. Okay, so wait, there's a
up.
picture.
Yeah.
There's some protesting, and anti-racist baby is with
Wait, that baby's in the middle of a protest?
Yeah, with Dad.
I don't know if that's the right thing.
You shouldn't take a baby to a
You don't
protest.
take a baby to a protest. That's already
It says
wrong.
climate
Possibly.
justice is racial justice, Black Lives Matter, equity now. We demand justice. So
I'm
anyway,
all for that,
Hold
but
on.
you got to find a sitter.
babies are taught to be racist or anti-racist. There's no neutrality. These 9 steps to make equity a reality. Okay, I don't know. Race,
Yes.
baby. Okay,
Is that a China? Is that a fat China baby?
I don't know. It's just some fat kid.
That's racist.
That's
Yeah, I don't think. Anyways, you obviously didn't read this book before.
That's why
Sorry.
he's one of the ones trying to get rid of it.
Hold on.
You want me? Should I cancel myself? Do I need to get out of here?
You can. Open your eyes to all skin colors. Anti-racist baby learns all the colors, not because race is true. If you claim to be colorblind, you deny what's right in front of you. I don't know. It's just people being together and happy, and there's a dog. So,
Diversity.
yeah, it's a diverse group.
I like it.
2.
That's like LA. We're very diverse.
We are. Use
why
your
I'm
words
gonna
to
raise my
talk
kids here.
about race. No one will see racism if we only stay silent. If we don't name racism, it won't stop being violent. Okay, I don't know what this picture means.
Wow. What is that? What's going on? Are those racist goggles?
I guess. This is supposed to be, that was number, so wait, number 1 was open your eyes to all skin colors. Number 2 is use your words to talk about race.
What's
Okay, number 3 is point at policies as the problem, not people.
Okay.
Some people get more while others get less. Well, that's true. Because policies don't always grant equal access. Oh, pretty good.
See what they did there?
Mm-hmm.
Little
Hey, I came up with a movie idea. Just maybe,
anti-racist baby, the movie.
That sounds like a superhero.
possibly,
Does
but no,
anti-racist
not
baby
Baby the
fly?
movie. I'm thinking like glasses. When you put them on, you can tell people's racist views.
Oh wow! But you don't
babies'
need that. They
goggles.
just wear.
It's like they.
They just wear MAGA hats.
You put them on, and everybody looks the same. There's
Oh.
There's no difference
Unless
at all.
they look different.
That's like a Twilight
they're
Zone
not
episode.
racist.
Question is, if you put the goggles on and everybody's the same, what color are they? Gray, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, well, what color do you think they are?
I don't know. I would
It's
put
best you
glasses
don't
on
say
and
anything.
everybody's white people. Then you don't have to see. if you hand those glasses out to the MAGA people, everything's fine. They'll just see everybody as white, and it's going to be good.
That's true. There wouldn't be
You
a.
may have stumbled onto something.
Hold on. Shout. There's 4. Number 4 is shout. There's nothing wrong with people. Even though all races are not treated the same, we're all human. Anti-racist baby can proclaim. So I'm gonna. This book isn't very good. So, but I still wouldn't ban it. It's a terrible book because it's not well written. Sorry, Ibram X. Kendi and Ashley Luka Shuvensky. You're not good writers.
I like the premise of the book.
I like the premise of your book, but you're bad writers. The illustrations are really great. I really like this art
Fire
style.
through the rest of them real
Pretty
fast.
neat. I'm not
Yeah.
sure I can finish this.
It's terrible.
I guess. Celebrate our differences. Anti-racist baby doesn't see certain groups as better or worse. Anti-racist baby loves a world that's truly diverse. I mean, that's nice, right? Number 6, knock down the stack of cultural blocks. Ooh, boy.
What's number
Anti-racist baby appreciates how groups speak, dance, and create as they choose. Anti-racist baby welcomes all groups voicing their views. So I disagree with this because I fucking hate line dancing and think it should be illegal. Okay, next.
Have you ever been forced to line dance?
No,
He was one time forced to line dance, and this is
I
how
wasn't. No, I would
No?
never go anywhere where they line
I
dance.
get
That
forced
should
to
be
electric slide. Yeah.
eliminated. 7, confess when being racist. Nothing disrupts racism
Sorry, I'm
more
being
than when we
racist.
confess the racist ideas we sometimes express. That's true. We all do it. 8, grow to be an anti-racist. Anti-racist baby is always learning, changing, and growing. Anti-racist baby stays curious about all people and isn't all-knowing. That I liked. Good messaging here. 9, believe
Bad writing,
we
good
shall
message.
overcome racism. Anti-racist baby is filled with the power to transcend. My friend, and doesn't judge a book by its cover, but reads until look what they did there, the end. And they also used the dog again.
Yes, the dog.
So
I think you should make us an anti-racist baby that we could keep right on the screen up there. You know what I mean?
Okay, opinions. Is there anything inherently offensive about this book besides the bad writing?
No, there's not. It's a concept. It's nice for the world, but what would you get so wound up about?
Yeah, like I don't understand people who are against this shit. It didn't say anything about replacing anybody or doing anything. It had a nice message.
Illustrations. There's nothing wrong with having a positive message. Just because it's not everything you believe doesn't mean it's a bad message.
And I think the right wingers would look everything to look like a very, very white version of like Leisure World. Everybody's old. Pretty much just
I know my mom.
Golf cart, say, "Hey Jim, what's up? Hey Ron, how's it going?"
I know my mom would like that a lot.
Bag. Is that a new colostomy bag? Yeah, it's the XL version. Fucking years of eating fried foods and beef. We're fucking beef eaters here. That's what we do. Goddamn right. Except for, not me anymore because I got a colostomy bag. Huh. Well, if it wasn't for that Trump flag on the back of your golf cart, I think you were a fucking liberal pussy. I don't know.
Go, boy.
Go on. Keep going.
Jump on that podium.
See you later, Jim.
Let's
liberal.
let's take a little opportunity to talk about Texas here. So this is
this was the thing that we got kicked off on yesterday was this Pornhub situation with Texas,
right.
Which it was. And also I saw this thing because I looked this up and I think it's happening other places too. I don't think it's just Texas. I think it's
I think Pornhub is forced to work with some of the states.
So you got to put this thing on the
an age verification.
There's a little place where you put your ID, but look at all those states there.
Oh, whoa!
Because we talked. There was Texas, Montana, North Carolina, Arkansas, Mississippi, ISSIPPI, Utah, Louisiana, Virginia, and Indiana are all doing the same thing. Like send in. So what's happening in Texas, right, Gabe? They're saying that we talked about like the only way that you can get Pornhub in Texas and look at your porn is that you have to send them in your ID.
Right. Well, you have to prove your age. You have to prove that you're 18 plus.
And I think sending Pornhub all your information is really a good idea. No.
Well, no. It just makes it problematic because the reason that a company like Pornhub, I think, doesn't want to do that is it costs them a lot of money to have to make some kind of way to confirm an age. So, Pornhub is obviously the biggest porn website on.
Yeah, and it's a good thing that Texas brought that down because that's clearly the only place where you can see pornography
right
on the web is through Pornhub.
Well, the thing is so here's the thing about it. Pornhub is free. It's free. So they do make a lot of money off of their premium stuff, I'm sure. But the thing is they don't like the idea of having to do something where they confirm a person's age on the internet because that's costly and also difficult. Like you can't prove that you did it. And
they try to do their best because I've never watched any porn, but I'm pretty sure right in the beginning of it says, "Are you 18?" and then you got to click that.
Right.
So
but
they ask you?
Yes.
What?
I wouldn't know. I've never looked at it.
I've never seen any porn.
I don't know. I don't know what's this Pornhub thing.
Yeah, what is this? I've just learned about this site, and I'm pretty sure that they make you verify you're 18.
So they closed because of this. They closed in Texas, so they no longer work in Texas. But here's the thing: it's the internet.
They're being punished.
Well,
yeah. How do you get that state to state? So your service provider won't let Pornhub.
So they use they block you can geofence stuff, so they can block who can look at their stuff by physically where the IP addresses reside.
And if you go right over the line into Oklahoma, what are they on there? No,
yeah, but you can
go right over the line to Oklahoma. Suddenly, fucking Pornhub.
So for a very inexpensive price, you can buy something called a VPN per month, or you can make your
Mhm.
own. And this is a
What is
virtual
that?
private
Explain that to
network,
us, dude. Yeah.
and it
How does that
doesn't.
work?
It comes from somewhere else. So if you're in Texas, you can get a VPN, and you can go to Pornhub as if nothing happened.
And live your life like you normally have. The whole
Or maybe it's just that Pornhub didn't pay their little fair share to this little
That's
state.
possible too.
And because there's X videos, there's xxx.com, there's
Yeah.
so many others. Pornhub isn't the fucking,
Well,
I mean,
they made
they're
it
the
for
biggest,
all.
but
So they made it for all porn on the internet in Texas, but
okay.
Pornhub is the one that closed because they were like, no, this
Okay.
puts us at legal risk. It's too expensive. A number of reasons.
Wait, they closed all porn on the internet in
Well,
Texas?
they didn't close it. They made a law that says you have to confirm somebody's age. So Pornhub's just the
Unless
biggest
you have a
one to close.
VPN.
Yeah. Well, yeah, right. So VPN searches for VPNs skyrocketed when this happened in Texas,
Of course it did.
which was this week, I think. And
those are just the people that know what the fuck a VPN is. You know, the fucking old boomer guy who's been watching his butt porn wants his goddamn thing. What the fuck's a VPN?
well,
Oh, how do I do that?
here's the thing. They're going to find
What's
out
the
real
butt
quick
porn?
as this goes on. So my advice to people who do VPNs, start advertising in Texas and
Yes.
Arkansas, Mississippi.
Can we start a little company?
I mean,
That's what I was just thinking,
we
right?
start a
I can
VPN.
the wheels start turning. Hang on
Yeah.
a second now.
Let's start a
Wait minute.
VPN
Hey,
company.
Gabe, can we
Start
start
a VPN company in
for these
Texas.
people, these poor folks?
Could look into it. That's yeah. We'll call it Porn VPN.
We're calling not talking about that VPN. We're not watching that.
Yeah.
Is what we're gonna call it. We're not watching that VPN. God,
VP
thank God for these guys. I got my butt porn back. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Someone ought to hire them boys.
Yep.
I
good.
find this pretty amusing that conservatives, supposed conservatives, support this, because isn't this like taking away from your rights? I mean, you guys want to be able to have a fucking nuclear bomb in your backyard, but you don't want people to be able to access porn because Jesus hates it. I still don't
Yeah.
understand.
And also,
Jesus
You know,
loves guns, though.
And
So-
weapons in general. He
if
likes
Jesus
killing.
came back, he'd be
But-
strapped
Yeah.
with.
I mean, I feel like
AR.
porn.
Go ahead.
I mean, I feel like porn may not be the greatest thing, and there may be things that are problematic about it, absolutely. But is it worse than guns?
No.
That's all I'm saying. Like, how much porn has killed
No.
people?
Maybe
Not
that's
much.
the next step for Texas. You just watch it and your head blows up. You know, like oh fuck, you fucking watch porn. You deserve to die, that fucker.
Maybe they're going to plant a chip in your ear
That's
in
Jesus.
Texas.
But,
and
okay.
if it crosses your VPN, boom.
Dude, is anti-racist baby worse than guns? This is my question.
No,
Like guns are very
it's-
terrible.
this is the stuff we're gonna be spending time on. This is what we're spending time on. Is this, and also the TikTok thing, right? Too. So,
Oh,
a lot of people
man.
are complaining about that. It's like, dude, really? Are we spending time doing this? This is the thing. We're not talking about minimum wage or anything else. We're like
Dude,
doing.
it's
Well, we have Democrats and Republicans
Yeah,
both sitting there
election
with
year.
answers to the borderline crisis here, and we're worried about getting rid of TikTok is
They won't
first and foremost.
like you won't solve actual problems, but TikTok is dangerous.
Well, and what's pissing me off is it's not time to solve that problem
No,
because this guy isn't president or that guy isn't president.
Yeah.
right?
Fuck all that shit. Fix the problem. You know
Yeah.
what to do. Do it.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, oh, they're spying on you. Well, I mean, everybody's spying on you. So what?
Yeah.
You know what the worst thing that they do that like TikTok does? It gets you to buy stupid shit. And if
Well,
that's
it gets you to dance stupid.
dude, if
in
that's
public
what you're
places
worried about,
stupid. Yeah.
we have much bigger problems of that. Yeah. I mean, we have Dollar
It's getting
General,
crazy.
okay?
Mm.
We have what?
Dollar General.
Dollar
we have
General.
Amazon. We have all kinds of places that sell you stupid shit.
Yes.
Should we ban them too? because that's really the worst thing that they do. Like, what? Collecting information about us? What? Are we military experts? Like, what are you going to do? I don't know what kind of information you're going to get from most of the people in the United States that
Who
you
do the
can't.
TikToks?
Well, if you got something to hide,
house
we're
mothers
gonna
that are
find
doing
it.
special little dances, and
but I ain't got nothing to hide.
I mean,
so
that's the thing. Like, what?
go ahead and look.
What's China going to find out from us on TikTok?
Oh,
and
look at the
until they
housewife.
make everything illegal.
Yeah.
And then, regardless of what you do, you're going to do something illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Uh,
it's wacky. I'm over.
So you got the Democrats too.
yeah.
Meanwhile, Democrats have filed about 24 bills in 11 states that will require or promote DEI initiatives. So it's just it's a woke. Oh, there he is, the hand job dance. This fucking guy. I tell you, I watch him do that. I watch him do that. I fucking hate his face so much. I would love to be at a fucking.
I
would
hate
love
the
to be
way
there.
you chew.
I would make it into a rally with all my Trump gear on, right up to the front, and I'd pull my pants down. I swear to God, I feel like throwing
that
shit at him
sucks.
like a fucking angry monkey, and just have him stand. He'd have to do the whole rest of the fucking rally covered in feces. I would happily, and you know what? I'd make it out alive. I would make it out alive because I would have a hand that has smeared with shit, and I'd pull up my Trump basketball shorts, and I'd hold my hand out in front, and I'd just walk out, and nobody would touch me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I would get out of there. And that's what you do. I think everybody should throw shit at him when he does his hand job dance.
I mean, they
And
should
like
throw it at him regardless of whether he does a hand job dance or not. Here, let's watch. I'm gonna.
Do you have a video of this?
Yeah, hold on. I sure do. Give me a second. Okay.
I would throw shit at Trump.
Did you get new glasses?
Are those new headphones?
Okay, you ready?
Okay,
Oh,
here we
yeah.
go. The stupidest dance you've ever seen. Hand job, hand job. You know what?
Oh, suck it.
Yeah,
I wish
look
I
at
had-
that. Look
I
at
wish I
that
had
asshole.
two.
What a fucking. There he is.
Two
hand jobs
dicks.
for everyone.
Dude, he does this
You
a
know,
lot.
dicks.
Look at that.
He does. He's been doing this for years. I don't know what the fuck that is. That's like.
I think Stormy Daniels taught it to him.
I'll tell you
She
something.
said, when you get
There
two
goes
dicks,
his
you
again.
do this.
There's more than one dick in the room. There's a couple of dicks.
Oh,
in
there
the
it
room
is.
with Trump. There's.
You don't think someone's made a video of that?
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, that.
There it is.
So what we were talking
What was
about.
that? Was that a
Uh,
jerking off video? It looks like he looked like he had dicks in his hand. That one. I want to see that cartoon with the balls swinging back and forth as he's fucking jerking.
Well, what we were talking about is like, if anybody but Trump did this, they would have lost all their followers. Because
Well, you remember we were talking about the crazy scream, and I looked into it, and it was fucking Howard Dean when he
Howard Dean.
Howard
yeah, I saw
Dean.
it too.
Howard Dean went yeah in front of a crowd, and dude, he was all excited and just went yeah, and it killed him. That scream killed him. But this
Yeah,
fucking
if you
asshole-
look it up on Wikipedia, they call it the scream that ruined a political career.
dude, that one thing he did, everybody went, oh fuck no.
And we're gonna take Wyoming. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna take.
what was Howard Dean? Was Howard Dean? He was a presidential candidate, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was during his when he was
2004?
rallying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the scream that did him in. And he was up against John Kerry, I think, at the time.
Oh, John Kerry, and John Kerry won.
And he was doing pretty well up until the scream.
Up until the scream. But this fucking asshole does a hand job dance like that every time he gets up on stage and nothing happens. And
I
they love him.
think that most of these conservatives are like a little bit like they're like repressed gays. A lot of them. I mean,
They are.
Are we just looking for the hand job dance?
I mean, they probably
to,
kind of
ruin
like
a political career.
The thing is like, okay, look at like this, like these guys like where they're all like into fitness and like into trad wives. You know what trad wives are, right? Traditional wives.
Yeah, traditional
Like,
wives. That's
and like
that's a whole movement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the whole
these guys, they're into like alpha male, whatever that is, even though monkeys don't have alpha males, by the way. So
Are we talking about The Handmaid's Tale? Is that what you?
yeah,
No, no,
pretty
sounds
much
like it.
the people who would like to see fucking Gilead come to life.
seriously,
But
dude. Seriously,
here's
I'm
the
not
thing.
kidding. Yeah,
dude,
Yeah.
they seem kind of gay. I'm gonna be honest with you. They seem a
Repress.
little gay. Like,
Repress
and-
anger.
dude, if you're gay, bro, be gay. That's killer.
Let it
Like,
out. Just let it
Own
out.
it.
Just
Don't-
fucking
don't get
hold
all
that
fucking
back.
upside. Just
Don't
fucking
hold
do
that
it.
back. You're gonna
Don't-
go MAGA.
don't
You'll
hold
try
back.
to hold that back.
Don't
You'll turn
don't
into a
repress
fucking
other
MAGA.
people for. Yeah, you don't have to be ashamed of your. Here, you know what? Here's my message to them. You don't have to be ashamed. It's okay. Go.
It's okay.
I want
Find a cock and
You gotta
suck
come
it.
out of the closet.
Yeah.
I want a MAGA hat, the same color and the same font that says, "Don't be ashamed if you're gay."
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay to be gay. Go ahead.
Go ahead
Let
and
your
suck
freak flag
a
fly.
cock.
Good cock. Your boss
Do it,
does.
dude.
Look at him.
That's what you want to do. Yeah, he wants to too. I
He
mean,
wants to. No,
and
he
that's
does.
okay if he does, but just stop being repressive about it.
It turns you into a fucking fascist.
Look at those
You gotta
little
stop it.
hands.
They got little tiny hands, such big
Yeah.
cocks, little tiny hands. Makes those cocks look like such monsters, little throbbers. But anyways, I think
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
think- I think most people know he's a piece of shit, and I think what it is that they just want to see everybody else suffer. They want everybody on the left to suffer, and that's what this is. It's
They
an
don't even know
actual
what the
fucking-
left means, though. Like, I would say that I
anybody
agree with
who is for
90%.
DEI.
Like, we agree with 90% of the stuff. We're all people. We all live in the same fucking place. We probably agree on 90% of stuff, and the other 10% is just stuff that doesn't matter that much. So, dude, get over it. Like, we're people. Like, why do you want other people to suffer? Because, let the trans people be trans. Let the gay people be gay. Let the whatevers be whatever, and stop it. Because, like, dude, it's insane. And I don't
Well,
even
yeah,
think we
The
talked
hand
about,
job dance commence.
dude, we didn't
The
even
thing is,
talk
it's like-
about Alabama and making fucking single-celled organisms into children. That's insane. Like,
Yeah,
It's a little deeper than we have time for.
yeah, I think it's a long
That's-
Yeah,
conversation.
it's
a long
a
journey.
deep conversation, man. I mean, they're really once again
We're
it
stuck
just
on the
goes
hand job
back
dance
to
right now,
fucking fear,
The
man.
hand job dance is
I-
pretty awesome.
I'll
What's
never
that,
forget
Theo?
the hand job dance.
the fear.
Texas will never see it.
Well, for them, it's a loss of family values. This whole transism thing. It's a family values issue. I think for them,
I mean,
like
trans people have families.
trans people are gonna come knocking on your door like fucking Mormons or the other fucking guys and try to sell you on being
Seventh-day
trans.
Adventists.
Seventh-day Adventists. Hey, no, they're not the ones. What are the ones? The Kingdom of
Hold on.
why am I
Latter-day
fucking
Saints?
farting on this
Oh.
one?
No. That's
The
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, I've got a pamphlet. I just wanted to see if you want to talk about being trans today. It's
Yeah.
called the Dick Tower, and it's fucking the Trans Tower. And on top of the little parapet up there, on top of the castle, are two people just being trans up there. Yeah, just being trannies up there doing that schnoodle. And
I mean-
we want to
Schnoodles.
talk to you about possibly changing your whole family into trans. Whoever's a boy, be a girl, boy. You guys all switch. Let's play that game.
Yeah, you don't actually. That,
No. What state are we in? Texas? No, getting a lot of no's in Texas for the trans movement. I don't know why.
That's because they're all in the closet.
I know.
Most of them.
You're gonna go in there.
Well,
and
I'm just
skinny
kidding.
out.
They don't even have closets in Texas.
I don't think we're gonna solve this. I think we're just gonna have to passively observe the decline of our empire, and you know
It
what?
is a-
Probably rightfully so, because the United States hasn't really been a great place for most of the time. I'm sorry to you people who fucking patriots, but look at the history. Sorry,
Well,
it
that
hasn't.
pisses me off too. It's like the right wing has like absconded with the concept of patriotism, and even the flag. It's like, dude, they've taken it, and it's like, this is their leader,
Yeah.
their fearless leader.
Well, they've taken the
Mr.
very worst aspects of the empire, because the United States is an empire. They've taken the very worst aspects and they're doubling down on them instead of maybe the couple of good things that have come out of it. They want to concentrate on the bad parts, and that's just that's upsetting.
Even too, like if fucking King Handjob here fucking locked up tomorrow and had a full blown fucking heart attack, this shit isn't all going to go away. This
Oh,
is
no.
out of the box now. You know, his presence allowed this concept to be out in the
Oh,
open,
yeah.
which
No.
was always there anyways.
No,
but
one of those other crazy motherfuckers will take over.
yeah, your
It
Marjorie
was
Taylor
stated
Greene, your-
yesterday that if he does not win, there will be a
He
bloodbath.
did say that there
Did
will
he?
be a bloodbath. Yeah, he
Yes.
did. He said that there's going to be a bloodbath.
Well, he's,
There will
he's
be
just
a
trying to start
bloodbath
a
if he
civil
does
war,
not
I
win.
guess.
That's
Where
it.
is that? Let
It
me
really
see.
is.
I want that quote.
What are you guys going to do if there's a civil war? I'm moving out of the country.
There won't be.
Why?
There's
This is
going to
the
be no
safe place.
civil war. Nobody's going to do anything.
What?
Fucking jack off.
Okay, I'm just saying. If there was a civil war, what would you do? I'm leaving the country.
Where are you going to go?
South Asia.
Really?
Yeah. I'll probably go to Malaysia.
Communism doesn't scare you?
South Asia isn't communist, but I mean,
Yeah.
except for Vietnam. But yeah,
Yeah, I
Same.
don't know.
Malaysia's
dude,
a democracy.
do you really think there would be a civil war? Do you really think so?
I mean,
I'll Red Dawn
he
that
doesn't
shit.
get
I'll
elected,
go
there's
hide
gonna be
somewhere
a
in the
bloodbath.
country
Red Dawn.
in a bush.
What's that?
I said
Wait,
I'll Red Dawn that
is it
shit.
Kiefer Sutherland
hide
in
in a
that? Is
bush
that one of
somewhere.
those movies that's like?
Wasn't it
Was he in that?
Wolverines?
I don't
Wasn't it
know.
I thought it was wasn't it Tom Cruise and
Well, wasn't it
Swayze?
Swayze's the one in it. That's right. Sorry.
Was it
That's the
Rob
thing, and
Lowe
then-
and Swayze?
Yeah.
See,
was
Thomas
it? Who was
Howell, to bring up a name from the way
it?
back.
See, Thomas
See,
Howell.
Thomas Howell was in all that shit.
Oh my god.
Less
He
than
was-
zero. Are we back on movies?
Wait.
Was he po-
Before we go back to movies,
Oh,
Oh, god
no! What is that?
I've
Look at that poor guy's
damn.
knees.
Someone needs to put on a little more lotion than that.
I've picked a couple zingers this week.
Yeah, no
Okay,
shit.
so
No.
we're not going to solve racism or the craziness of our country. So we can look at, does this look infected? One of our favorite segments where we look at a
Just it.
series of pictures and decide if they're infections or not. Now, I'm not sure if I used the middle photo already. I
No,
feel
I haven't seen that.
I would have
That is a-
remembered that, my friend.
Okay.
I'm sad you did this
What is
time.
that? Is that called mossy nose? Is that mossy
No,
nose?
that's someone who was crying and they dipped their nose in something that was moldy.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
moldy nose.
so. What do you
And
guys
that's how
think?
that's so
Go
nasty.
after a day of hanging or putting up baseboard.
Yeah. What
Ugh.
are we thinking here?
I'm gonna
Uh,
say
So we choose
Yeah,
whether they're
no.
infected or not.
yes, no is my deal.
Yes, no. Okay.
I'll go. That's where I'm thinking too. Yes, no.
Okay.
Oh, that's so nasty.
Are-
I gotta
you guys
stop
ready?
that.
Rough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
go.
So wait, let me describe this for listeners. The first one is like pussy nodules on somebody's arm. The second
Oh,
one looks
come
like
on.
somebody's nose that turned
Is
into a
growing some fungus on it or
like
something.
cotton
It's
candy or something, and the third one is
Ooh.
like
Cotton candy?
green cotton candy.
the,
That's a
the-
really nice way of describing that. You're just gonna pick some off of there and get
Somebody
it in
left
you.
that nose in the refrigerator way in the back for like 3
the
months.
third one is somebody's
What it looks
skin on their knees that looks like
that is
elephant
someone.
skin.
That's straight out of Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
Okay, you guys ready?
Guy,
You guys ready?
That looks
touched somebody.
Oh,
on
you
the
guys were right.
stove.
It's yes, no. You guys have gotten
First time ever doing one of these.
you guys have
Really
gotten
good.
so much better at this.
Well, I just finished my medical school. It's weird.
There you go.
So the first one is, and I should have done a public service announcement about this, but it's an MRSA infection. That's
Oh,
Staph.
MRSA.
Ugh.
That's a really gnarly virus infection.
yes.
It's
So
staph.
here's the
Okay.
problem with it: the MRSA infections, they're resistant to most antibiotics.
Antibiotics.
You're gonna die, basically.
It's one of those things that you keep for a minute too. I think it stays inside of you. The staph, that
Yeah.
MRSA stays in you.
yeah,
I think.
and it's hard to get out.
Oh my
I
god,
had
the
it. I
rotting
had it
nose.
when I was up in Oregon. I caught it on my hip,
Oh
and,
shit!
You had the staff?
dude. It ate into me like fucking deep. Like it was like a bullet wound, and it was fucking painful. And I had to get special shit put on it, and it took a while to heal.
Wow.
Eventually did. But they say it stays in you after that. It's like
Did I know you during those times?
Yeah, that was the Oregon times.
Is
my
that
friend.
why you're so grumpy?
Yeah, might be.
I
got
kept trying to put
MRSA
my hand
flying
around your waist.
my
You're like
head.
smacking my hand.
Yeah,
Don't touch me there.
don't touch me there.
Dude, the fucking rotting nose.
That's
just you
okay.
gotta take that off the screen.
So that's from monkeypox, and so you can see
That's-
the
yeah,
monkeypox
that's
on the guy's
right.
face also.
Why
That's
is it a guy? You know that's a guy?
Yes. Yes, from what I read about. I read about these things. And this other one is a girl who she has a regular skin condition.
that is just
but
disturbing.
she has this rare genetic disorder that makes it much worse. So
Yeah.
you can actually
That
see her
looks like-
fingers at the top of that. So yes, these are horrible things.
How
All
much
right.
lotion do you think she goes through a week?
She puts that shit in the basket, is what she does.
Yeah, it's basically
That's just sad.
it is. It's upsetting, but
All right.
I mean that's our segment. Okay, Zoltar wisdom.
There we
Oh,
go.
this is my favorite news
Okay,
segment.
ready? Let's see if it has to do with what we. First of all, everybody, here's Tiny Zoltar. He gives us wisdom. Hopefully, it's not something we heard before. Oh wait, I got to turn it on.
Wait, it has no batteries.
It does. See, I forgot. You
There we
guys
go.
need to see the blinky lights.
That's his.
But it
that's
has
his
no-
globe of wisdom.
Hear your fortune from Zoltar. Remember, it is a great deal better to do all the things you think you should than to spend the rest of your life wishing you had.
I think we heard this one last week.
That was last week's fortune.
Oh
What a
man,
cheap piece of shit. Fucking Zoltar.
Zoltar, your segment's canceled.
We got to get a different. Well,
Oh well,
we had Magic 8 Ball.
we'll
I
bring
still like that.
we'll bring Magic 8 Ball back next week. Okay, let's take a look at the math problem that we looked at last week.
Yeah, I was so interested in this. What happened here?
So as soon as you said it, I thought to myself, this seems very familiar. Like I've heard this before. And then I went back, and years ago, I interviewed for it was Intel, and I remember them giving me this question. Now, the one it's easy to figure out. Obviously, we all know how to get there. I just don't know how to put it in math equation form. That was my hardest.
Well, I think basically
of
it's
the
just
problem.
the answer.
so this is just like algebra where whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. So, okay, basically you have a wolf, a goat, and a cabbage and a boat, and you are on one side of a river, and you can only take one at a time. The sheep or the goat eats the cabbage. The wolf eats the sheep. So how do you do it? Like, what do you do? And the actual answer is you have to take the sheep across first. Then you come back. Okay?
Empty-handed.
Empty-handed. Then you go ahead and you take the cabbage and you go back and you take the cabbage across. Now you put the sheep
But-
back in the boat, take the sheep back with you, then switch for the wolf, take the wolf over. Now on the other side is just the wolf and the cabbage. Now you go back, get the sheep, and go back, and that's how you do it. And now
There
you
you
got
go.
everything across the river. So it's
There
basically
you go.
it's just algebra.
But that was my problem. Is obviously we're all people who can solve problems. We have problem solving skills. We're very good at that. We all knew how to figure it out, but I still can't list everything. Like I can't. But my teenage daughter came up and she goes, "Oh, Dad, that's easy." She goes, "The man is your C because he's the constant." So and then but it took somebody in high school to lay it out and say, "This is how you should label things." I had no idea.
I mean, some
So-
people are better at abstractions, which is what math is, and some people are better at practical stuff. And the thing that I always have loved about this since I was a child, and it was introduced to me, is that it shows you a practical application for math, and like how math is just a description of how our world works, and how you can just always use it. You're constantly using it because it's the world. It's just an explanation for the universe. So I just think it's like, that's why I love this so much.
I loved it too. It made me think. I sat with my kids. We talked about it.
Man,
It was a family type
It was
project.
family
It was
values.
very nice.
family values.
Family values.
Okay, I got a new one for the week. I love word problems now. So
I do too. I love that.
let's I'll read this word problem that I have for next week. and I actually have the answer to this already because it was on the internet. So John and Julie represented West High in a math contest. John outscored Julie by 16 points. As a team, they scored 80 points. David and Dana represented East High in the same contest. Dana outscored David by 10 points. As a team, they scored 60 points. Arrange the 4 students from highest score to lowest score.
All right.
I don't really know how to do it. I didn't look at the answer that carefully. But let's see.
John, Julie, David, Dana. No, John, Julie, Dana, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, Dana, Julie, David.
Yeah. Dana and John obviously better.
John outscored
better
John
at math.
outscored by 16 points, and they all scored 80. So he's got to be high, right?
Well, it outscored Julie by 16, so 80 minus
And
16
as a
is
team,
what?
they scored 80, so that's higher than 60. It's got to be John, right?
You got to put them
I
all.
know
You got to
that-
put
I
it.
know
In,
this
no,
is
you got to
wrong.
put it in. You got to put them in order.
So John, Julie, and Dana outscored David by 10 points. As a team, they scored 60. So Dana, and then David.
Highest to lowest.
Probably seems like John, Julie, Dana, David.
Yeah.
I don't
We'll-
know.
we'll
I'm gonna
find
figure
out
it
next
when I
week.
sit down with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We won't find out till next week.
We'll find out until next week. I've written down what it is: John, Julie, Dana, David, and that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
It seems too easy to me, and it probably is just too easy
Might be.
to.
This is
make that
supposedly
up.
an SAT question, so hopefully it's easier than or harder than that.
It is. Anyways,
Not necessarily. You might have gotten it. You might just be a brilliant mathematician.
You might be.
I don't think I'm that at all. I don't.
Hey, did we get any more followers on Instagram?
We did. We got a bunch actually. It's like
Wow.
Really?
it's T-Bone's
I told you, I
entire
promised you.
family joined us,
Yeah.
which is a
Who
lot of
wins?
people.
I made them.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. We have 17 followers on Instagram now. And
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to get better at putting stuff up there. I've been very busy. Work has been very busy, so
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't even ask you how you've been this week.
busy. Just busy.
Yeah.
Busy and fighting the corporate battle.
That is what.
But I want everybody to know that we have a website, nottalkingaboutthat.com, where you'll find
Any good emails coming
our
into
we
us?
have no emails coming into us. So people
Nobody's
No
writing the
news,
boys.
good news.
send
How about
us
the guy?
email
Meow.
the guys
guy?
at nottalkingaboutthat.com. Send us emails. We want your emails. And
We're on the TikTok machine.
we'll read it.
Troll
for
us.
a short period of time.
Troll us.
Probably.
Yeah. We are still on TikTok, even though it's probably going to be banned. And that's Not Talking About That Pod. We are on Instagram now at Not Talking
Not
About That. And also, I've been remiss. I have not been telling people that we have a YouTube channel where you can watch
Get on
this.
over to YouTube.
Yeah.
Get on over there.
And that's called
Actually, that's where I watch it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're
I
not
listen to
talking
it on
about-
Apple Tunes or whatever it is, but
Well, you're rich. I don't.
I am not. The YouTube is Were, as in WERE. We're not talking about that.
Man.
We're not talking about that. And they're the were, the not, the talking, the about, and the that are all capitalized. So we're not talking about that. You can find
Oh.
us on the internet. And I encourage everybody to listen in. Share it with your friends.
Share it with
And
your
your
friends.
cats.
goddamn.
Share it with your cats.
All right.
If nothing else,
I mean,
Saturday or Sunday,
Yeah, and
just put it on for the cat and walk
and
away.
the thing is,
Yeah.
this week we solved racism. We
You're welcome.
I want
we did
anti-racist
so many
baby.
things.
We're
We
gonna
read a
make an
book.
anti-racist baby. Yeah. We're going to be selling anti-racist
We're
baby
gonna make her
pins.
anti-racist.
I like anti-racist baby. You're right. I wasn't a big fan of the book. It didn't keep my
Didn't
attention.
keep
but
mine either.
I like the whole premise. I like.
I'd
I
still
like it.
wear a
Could be
pin
a new
that's had the
underdog. I love
anti-racist
that.
baby on there.
I think maybe it just needs to be dramatized in like a very
Dude, should it
long
be a movie? Is that what you're talking about?
a made for television movie though. I think
Made
it's
for television movie, anti-racist,
anti-racist baby.
Still sounds like a
An
superhero. I
after-school
think it flies.
special.
Yeah, after school special. There you go. It's on channel.
Remember
Anti-racist
those?
baby flies when his parents go to sleep. And
Yeah.
solves racism.
He
Right,
does.
flies right out the window. That's what
We
Racist,
love you,
baby.
anti-racist baby. No problem, Grand Dragon of the KKK. I love you too.
Change my mind, anti-racist baby. I love you.
Change my mind.
Change my mind.
Goddamn. I'm gonna put out this cross right now. I'm gonna douse it down. We're just not gonna burn it. That's what's going on. God damn it, anti-racist baby. Thank you so much.
All right. We'll leave it right there.
All right.
All right. It was good talking
All
to you
right.
guys, and I'll see you next
We gotta
week.
go.
You too.
We'll see you
We'll
next
talk
week.
to you next
Happy
week.
St.
All right,
Patty's
leave your
Day.
computers
Later,
on for
fellas.
a minute so that it downloads your stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. See you guys soon.
Bye.
And now, one of our podcast hosts will follow you home.